Okay, the short vowel E. Okay. In order to produce this sound, you have to lower your tongue a bit and retract it. Okay, from E to E. E, E. Yeah? A bit more to the middle, if you like. It's a difference between beat and bit. E, E. E, E. Okay? All right. Only a short vowel and always denoted by this symbol here. Okay. There are quite a number of, there are not that many spellings, as a matter of fact. I mean, most often represented by the letter I, okay, in words like big and bring and fish and give, liquid and think, okay, words like that. So that's simple. Okay, that's easy. Sometimes represented by the letter Y, okay, mostly in words of Greek or Latin origin, like crystal and physics and syllable and sympathy, system, something like this, okay? It's the letter Y. Okay, no problem here. Sometimes even the letter E, as in the very word England, okay, and English, all right, or the word pretty, okay, pretty, it's an E, yeah, pretty. There is one instance where E is even represented by the letter O, okay, in the plural of woman, women, okay, women. It's the only word where that occurs, by the way. I mean, where the stem changes between singular and plural, and then represented by an O. Very confusing, but you can explain that, but I won't. Okay, here we go. Also in unstressed syllable, short E occurs very often. This is why I have to refer to that in words like become. Yeah, stress is on the second syllable. Become. You can say become, but become. Or yeah, request. Okay. Or I don't know, because. Unstressed syllable. There it very often. Happens, okay, but I will refer to this further down. There is also a lot of spelling of Y's at the end of words, in words like happy and funny and so on, okay. There are two conventions of transcribing these, okay. The Long Pronunciation Dictionary, which are very much like Wells's Long Pronunciation Dictionary, and this is the only one you have to buy and refer to, but it uses the dotted I, yeah, in happy and funny. I wouldn't do that. I will adhere to the convention established by Gimson and Jones, happy and funny, just the lowercase, yeah, E. And this is a lot easier because when there is a short vowel, have this, and when there is a long vowel, have the dot, and don't make any difference here. Okay, all right. In German, the Germans don't have a problem between E and E. Okay, no problem whatsoever. Beaten and bitten, E, E. Yeah, all Germanic languages do that. E, 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 E. No problem here. But the speakers of Romance languages, there are problems here because you don't have it in French, Italian, or Spanish, or some of this. So the distinction between E and E does not exist. They usually say E, yeah, very, very extreme, and then come with something like whiskey, yeah, whiskey. Something like this, okay, whiskey, but French one would say that, whiskey. This can be confusing. We're all grown-ups here, come on, yeah? Beach and bitch and sheet and shit, very confusing. Where have you been? Oh, I was on the beach. Yeah, okay, all right, what do you want? Oh, what is sheet on the table? Sheet on the bed, okay, a sheet on the bed. So yeah, that's funny. Okay, there's food for comedy here. But anyway, yeah, okay. You have to make this distinction between E and E. Okay, make my point clear. We come to E. Yeah, in order to produce E, you have to take the extreme vowel E and press your tongue down. E, E. It only exists as a short vowel. Okay, in English, E. Okay, E. Usually represented by the letter E, okay, in get and bet, debt, request, okay, suggest, yeah, protect, forget in American English, forget. When I use these two slashes means American, okay, when there is no reference to it, there is no difference at all, but there is one here, Yeah? Forget, forget. Yeah? The R. Okay? Rottig. But we come to that later on. Okay, very confusing EA spelling. Ahead, dead. Okay, sweat, pleasure, breakfast, heaven, lead, the metal this time. Non-native speakers have problems here, particularly, for example, with sweat, because they confuse it with sweet, double E, okay, and sweat. Yes, anyway, EA, most often represents long E, not here. Short, short E, okay? Yeah, you have to know. Sometimes English spelling can be so confusing. Okay, and even more confusing, EI spelling, as in leisure, American English leisure, okay, or even leisure. EO spelling, which is even worse, okay, leopard, okay, Leonard. Jeffrey is a case in point, Jeffrey, I'm very much a fan of Geoffrey Chaucer. So my students refer to him as Joffrey. Many do, Joffrey. It's not Joffrey, it's Geoffrey. Geoffrey Chaucer, okay, here we go. I.e. friend, okay, that too, and even AI in again. You can say again as well, but again. Here we go. Okay, and then very confusing spellings, very frequent word, I say, okay, it's really, he says, and he said, okay, I have to remember that, he says and he said, and then even in the word bury, okay, and any and many. I mean, this is even more confusing, that there is an A spelling for E in any and many. You have to memorize that. Bury, it's really bury, it's not bury, it's bury, U spelling. Okay, I mean, these are very extreme cases, but please, particularly with any and many, do memorize those, and even in those different collocations, anyhow, anyway, anyone, and so on. It's really any and many. Okay, please do memorize that. Okay, we come to the next sound. Okay, a short vowel, the most extreme vowel down there, almost the most extreme vowel. So if you go and press your tongue from E down, okay, this symbol here, the ligature, is really an A and a letter A and a letter E put together, but spell it like an X, okay? Spell it like an X. It's a vowel which is always short in English, and it's very English indeed. Usually represented by the letter A, okay? As in act, and back, and black, land, man, understand. There's a difference, American. Understand, understand, understand. Okay, here we go. Value, value, value. A spelling. Okay, sometimes the AU spelling in American English also okay, American English, laugh and a Brit would say laugh and we come to that later on, okay, laugh and. Okay, but beware, okay, because in German we don't make this distinction, for example, not between E and A, not anymore, we used to make it. Thousands of years ago, hundreds of years ago at least, and E, and therefore, if you take this feline friend, Germans will refer to it as a cat, not a cat, a cat, very German, and don't do it, cat, and sad, okay, said is he said he was sad, all right, there's a difference, said he was sad, not he said he was said, no, he said he was sad, okay, you have to make this distinction, it's a very German mistake, very common, okay, typical German pronunciation would be the very word language, something like language, oh, very German indeed, language, so messing up 5 out of 7 phonemes in language, okay, language. Okay, so yes, there are confusions between E and A. So once again, I cannot overdo it, referring to that. E and A are two distinct sounds in English, not in German. So pay attention to that.